Our final award of the evening is the Green Angel. The Green Angel advocates for and practices environmental sustainability. John Hutchinson has been an active member of Madison's outdoor conservation scene ever since he opened Fontana Army-Navy on the 100 block of State Street in 1972. I've only been a customer there since '84 when I went to school here. So outfitting many shivering college students in surplus peacoats and parkas. From his childhood in the Boy Scouts, John has shown a commitment to the environment. An early supporter of Madison's recycling program, he has joined with many groups to support conservation efforts and to fight the effects of climate change. John is a founding member of the Token Creek Watershed Association, and he works with the Wisconsin River Alliance, the Ice Age Trail Alliance, and the Sierra Club, to name a few. Fontana's Shoe the Zoo raised funds for the Violet Zoo's Arctic Passage, and the annual Cinco de Fido walk run supports the Dane County Humane Society. John and his family have most certainly demonstrated leadership in the community, conservation, and the environment. So it's with great pleasure I announce that the 2014 Green Angel Award goes to John Hutchinson of Fontana Sports.
Well, as with everybody, because I'm last, a lot of my thunder is gone. I was going to mention Dane County Buy Local. Sandy got to it before me. Nobody else is mentioning it. It's a great organization. I want to thank Dave Collin and the rest of the people, Lark, everybody at Dane County Buy Local for all the support that they give us. And it's really great for the independent businesses. And I want to thank Minnesota State Bank, Isthmus, for putting on the awards and sponsoring the awards. I was surprised to get this just like everybody else. And I got a phone call and it said, you know, I want to take your picture. Juke and I were on our way to Florida for a couple of weeks. We just got back just in time for the cold weather. And yeah, wonderful thing. Anyway, so we got the pictures taken right away and I didn't even know what I was getting yet. So then we took off and then about 3 or 4 days later I get an email and I realized what this award is for. I knew it was an independent business award, but I wasn't sure what it was. It's kind of interesting because you see this all the time, reduce, reuse, recycle. And when I started Fontana in 1972, we were an Army-Navy store and we were like totally a recyclable place. Everything was used, everything came from the military or someplace. And so, you know, it was just sort of inbred in me that, you know, you kind of just bring this stuff forward and you can reuse a lot of things. And then the recycling movement started about that same time. I really got into recycling, and I'm still into recycling, and I encourage everyone to recycle because, you know, we have a tremendous footprint on this world, each individual. And I look around and I think of all the modern conveniences we have, and most of these modern conveniences actually help to bring the world down, not bring the world up in the long run. And so I've been working with a lot of these groups to work on groundwater preservation, you know, surface water contamination, climate change, and a bunch of different issues like that, and been doing it for years. And my wife Judith has worked with me on a lot of this, and she's got her kind of own little passions that she does too. But it's been nice to be able to do all these things together. So I want to, you know, recognize her. Put your hand up. We're lucky enough that our daughter Elizabeth went to the University of Wisconsin here, and she graduated with a degree in retailing, of all things, Sandy. So, and I didn't want her to hear you say retailer wasn't glamorous. That's a pretty glamorous thing. And, so she's joined us about 10 years ago, I think it's been now, and she's in the process of starting to take over our business, and so our succession plan is in place, and we're just really thrilled that we can keep it in the family. So thank you all, and everybody have a good evening.